It seems as if there was a time in America when if one side won, the other would accept the outcome. It seems like there was a time when we had a referee and we respected their final decision. Nowadays, the Supreme Court is not so supreme. Every corporate company is a referee, and different views are unwelcome. Even making this video, I feel like I got it coming. It appears that we want diversity, but not in thoughts or views. Our contradictions are making us look like hypocrites. We want immigrants to help us prosper, but we don't want their children. We say college is a place for diversity of thoughts, but conservative speakers are not welcome on campus. We say, you must be tolerant of my sexual orientation, but don't you dare pray next to me. We claim to condemn inappropriate sexual behaviors while awarding movies that promote these same kind of behaviors. We believe in freedom of religion, but you must worship my God. In case you didn't understand what I mean when I say America is becoming like Haiti, here are a couple of telltale signs that have caught my attention. There's more, but I will only discuss these two. First, we've stopped listening to each other. In America these days, if you say something I disagree with, all I have to do is say that I'm offended by it, and that's the end of the conversation. We bully people into silence while we talk a great deal about anti-bullying. We do what I call corporate bullying, where CNN or Fox will let you know whether your view is acceptable or not. Think about it. Even on college campuses where great debate is supposed to take place, it's no longer allowed if your views are different than that of the particular establishment. Higher ed is more concerned with teaching what to think rather than how to think. We demand diversity on the surface, different skin color, different accents, but do not tolerate diversity of thoughts. And by the way, to assume a person's complexion is a reflection of his or her inclination is foolishness. That's fake science. Because diversity is not skin deep. The media has a way to label and tag people that keep us screaming at each other. I'll give you an example. If you're what they label pro-life, you're tagged as anti-women. But wait a minute, what if the baby's a girl? No, just kidding, but seriously. This is such an important conversation to have, but we've allowed politicians and the media to use it to divide and conquer us by splitting us into two equally awful groups, one labeled baby killer and the other anti-women. And as always, we all conform to our respective groups and refuse to listen to each other. Listen, there are real people struggling with this issue, and think about it. What's wrong with going to a young woman who's in the middle of this dilemma and saying to her, I understand this is a tough decision at this point in your life, but as your friend, your community, we will be there to help you with this child. Choose life. Do you see how different that sounds? As opposed to screaming that this is about being anti-women? On the same token, what if a young woman is having health issues that can compromise her own life or other circumstances that may seriously merit thinking about her first? Now, all that is required is for us to be human. We don't have to allow politicians to dehumanize anyone for this. To me, we've become a society who, just like Haiti, believes politicians will solve all of our problems. So, therefore, we hand over control of our lives for them to save us. Now, this is not to say we don't need government and laws, but let's remember, we, the people, in order to form a more perfect, I know you know the rest. The second thing is, we use education to divide and measure someone's humanity and carry out insults. We use it to gauge whether someone's voice should be heard or not. I notice we're starting to use education in a way I've only seen it done in Haiti, to demean and dismiss huge chunks of the citizenry. I'm sure you've heard Republicans say how Democrats use uneducated minorities to win elections. And I'm also sure you've heard how commentators say the president won only by getting the poor, uneducated whites to vote for him, as if they don't matter. And then there's alternative facts. Okay, seriously. I do think there is a place between facts and opinion that we never consider. It may not be called alternative facts, but I believe there is such a place. Look, I know we're in a race to make every kid a genius, but in the process, we shouldn't ignore those who may not be quite the genius we want them to be. People's voices shouldn't be ignored because they didn't make it to college. These days, common sense and decency seem not to even be part of the college experience. Again, just like Haiti. Listen, all I'm saying is that whether or not you agree with my views, that shouldn't keep us from having a conversation. My college degree is not what makes me a human being. I don't remember reading all men are created equal, except for those without a master's degree. We should fight for everyone to have the opportunity, but we should respect those who may have chosen a different path. I'm saying this because these similarities with Haiti may be subtle, undetectable, and even ridiculous to some. However, as someone who's 100% Haitian, I know too well where people's inability to listen, coupled with making people's humanity contingent upon their education or social status, can land us. America can avoid falling into the same hole as Haiti. But maybe America was never like what I described at the beginning. Perhaps it was my ideals of what America could be. And wait a minute. To think of it, I'm kind of an idealist, and I kind of like it. My name is Mali, and I'm a Haiti Hope Ambassador.